I want to run through some values because this is a primary coming up Tuesday, and I want to ask you your position on just a number of things that are hot issues. Capital punishment. You were probably the only man running, well, you're the only man running as a major candidate for president still who's against capital punishment. Are you absolutist about that?
Yes.
Nuremberg. Do you oppose it even in the case of the Nuremberg trials, even in the case of heinous crimes? Robert Alton Harris, Charles Manson. I mean, all these people.
I believe in self-defense. I believe you have a right to defend yourself, defend your country, defend your family. But when someone is contained in a cage, then to bureaucratically, cold-bloodedly snuff out their life, whether by poison or by electrocution or by gas, it doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem to have a living body sitting like you are right there, and we're talking, as they do, what would you like for dinner?
Yes.
You want what TV program would you like? Go to Blockbuster, we'll get you your last movie. Oh, and by the way, at 12 o'clock, we're going to shoot you, or we're going to gas you. There's something that doesn't ring human to me. It doesn't seem, well, maybe it's very human because humans kill each other a lot, but it doesn't seem like that ought to be the way a society organizes itself if it's striving for its higher self, higher
What do you think should be the appropriate punishment for murder, first-degree murder? What's the appropriate punishment, generally speaking?
I think the punishment should be available for life without parole and life with parole.
You think that these terrible criminals like Harris, Sirhan,
that's exactly
Manson should not get parole, you're saying?
I think that should be a jury question. A jury question.
But in principle, you're not against life without parole?
No. No, I'm not.
Okay, let's talk about another life and death issue to many people.
I want to say the reason why I believe capital punishment today is twice as popular as it was just 30 years ago is the rise in crime, the decrease in personal safety, the heinous crimes that are going on, their communication through television, through the mass media. And I believe that's a direct result of the breakdown of community, which is accelerating because of the lack of social and economic justice. And I know you may say, well, that sounds like bleeding heart liberalism, but I do believe that if you look at the census tracts from whence these crimes originate, you're going to find a lot of poverty, a lot of hardship, a lot of neglect, a lot of inhuman, subhuman conditions, which conditions are expanding and spreading in a very, very ominous and dangerous way. And so I tie back that the rise in capital punishment is correlated with the decline in a solid community where people can find a life of self-esteem and dignity and a real role. And that today is not getting better, it's getting worse. And therein is the threat of an authoritarian evolution of what has been a free society for the last